Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keen, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio, we make jewelry for every moment.
Well, sometimes it's for like an engagement ring or marriage. Sometimes it's for a special occasion. Jewelry is perfect for gifts.
Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keen, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
Hello, everybody. I'm Katherine Spencer, in for my weekly Meltdown show every week. Oh, no, I'm not Katherine Spencer. I'm John Keene, in for Katherine's weekly show. She's here still getting ready, but she wanted me to start out and tell you little things about what she's going to be doing. But we're at Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry Studio, and we're a different kind of jewelry store. We do a lot of fun stuff here, and we do have fun, which is fun. But I'm out of whack here because I'm not used to doing this, and I'm at Katherine's bench. We usually have it in different places, but anyway, I'm here. And Katherine each week shows pieces that we're going to melt down, but two of the pieces that she's planning on melting down are synthetic rubies or man-made rubies, and she wanted me to go and explain something about the history of them. Anyway, I guess I can start. I'm not sure where to hold these, but yeah, I see. They're pointing to the screen, so I know where to go. And without that, I wouldn't have known what planet I'm on. But okay, here's the screen, and it's not as close as you'd want to, but these are two antique rings we had in our showcases in our estate section. And these are very interesting, and that's why she wanted me to talk about these. These are man-made rubies. These are synthetic rubies, lab-grown. And the interesting thing about them is they were from about 1905, 1910, and they were very common in those days. This was the first time synthetic ruby was available to the human race. Before that, in jewelry, they either had to have real rubies or they had to have glass. And glass, you wear a glass in a ring, and it just doesn't hold up. So it breaks and chips, and you know what glass does. But these are rubies in every way, shape, or form, because they're made the same way that rubies were made in nature, except they were made in a lab. They were made in a machine. They were made high temperature and pressure. And I'll tell you something about that with diamonds in a minute. So they were experimenting with trying to make these, but then when they first made them, they were very, very expensive. And people put them in very expensive, these are gold rings, and they were very popular because it was the first time you're going to have something like this that looked really good, could be sold and afforded. So they were very expensive when they first came out, and it was a whole unique thing. A parallel thing is going on now with synthetic diamond. Synthetic diamond has been around for 30, 40 years, but only recently, in the last 10 or 15 years, it is, you're able to afford them, and they're made in quality, of good enough quality to put in jewelry. In fact, they're really made in great quality now. But when the synthetic ruby first came out, it was very expensive, and it's gotten cheaper over the years. And I would say that these stones alone are maybe worth $100, give or take. But the natural equivalent of them, here's one I have in stock a ruby ring that Katherine made. And this is a ruby with diamonds on the side, and it is $8,500. And the synthetic ruby ring we have we're selling as an antique for $450, or we're melting that down. That is. Here's another natural, genuine ruby ring that this one I made in stock, and it's a snake ring and with a natural ruby in it, and that one's less expensive. That one is only $1,495, mainly due to the ruby. But anyway, rubies now, they have lab rubies of top quality that look as good as our naturals, and they are a couple $100 on the average. Sometimes they're higher, sometimes they're lower. Depends on the quality, et cetera, and the color. So to do the parallel on this, since I knew the history, since the jewelry industry knew the history of the synthetic ruby, when the synthetic diamond came out, and a lot of people call them lab diamonds, and I don't like calling them lab diamonds, and I don't like them calling them synthetic lab rubies. The definition of lab is it's made in a lab, but the definition of synthetic is that it is the same chemical crystal as the natural made in a lab. So synthetic is the only correct way to describe a ruby, a synthetic ruby, or a synthetic diamond. A lab, there are many labs that create red stones that look like rubies, but they're not truly corundum, which is the material that rubies are made from. But I would also like to show you something very much fun is, and with the same economics, is here is a diamond we have in stock. I'm going to try and get it in tweezers here. And my tweezers aren't used to handling one this big, but this is a natural diamond, and it's out of focus, but there it goes. This is a diamond, not a natural diamond, and it is 4.57 carats, 4.5 carats. To give you an idea of its size, there it is with my finger. And this is a really super quality diamond, and it's VS1G color, and a 4.5 carat natural diamond, non-lab diamond would be, probably $150,000. So here we're selling this for like $5,700, but you pay $150,000 for the natural. And it is indetectable from the natural. I cannot see it. No matter how I look at it, I cannot find the difference with anything I have except a certain tool. I have a certain tool that detects it. I mean, it's actual diamond. It's hard. You use a diamond tester on it, it's going to test diamond. But we have a special tester that is detects synthetic diamond from natural, and it's a very expensive machine. But in a ring, walking down the street, no one could tell. So the same thing with the rubies. I mean, you can't tell the difference between the natural ruby or the synthetic without a lot of microscopic testing, etc. So anyway, that's the story of the synthetic diamond. Now, Katherine hopefully she's absolutely going to talk to you about these two antique rings and see if she's going to melt them down and put the rubies, the synthetic rubies, in something else that might be more fun or different. So I'm going to give her over to you, and a commercial is going to come up first. So after this commercial, the day will start normally with Katherine, and I'll know where I am, and she always knows where she is. So have a great day, everybody.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keen, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
And is it working? Are we good? Are we
Now we're
thinking?
good.
We're thinking about it. We're good.
We're good.
We're good. All right. I guess that's the woes of live streaming, right? You never know what's going to happen. That's okay. It's fine. Anyway, so we are melting some pieces today. And we have the couple pieces that John was talking about earlier. We have these two ruby rings. Right, so we've got these two pieces, and we also have this piece. All right, so we've got these three pieces, and if anybody wants these before we melt them, let's just make sure that there's nobody out there who definitely wants these pieces. So let's see here. This band ring was originally $695. It's now on sale for, I think, $278, which is pretty good. It's a nice big piece of gold. You could always get it for yourself. And, you know, we could, if you didn't like the symbols that are on it, we can always take those out, make it into something different for you. But it's a nice wide band. You can see how big it is on my finger. All right, and then let's see here. We've got the larger of the rings, and this is 10 karat yellow gold, size 9.5, originally $450. So let's see here. We can do $450 on sale for $180. $180. That's it. Look at that. Very cool. Okay, so size 9.5. It's definitely a bigger size. Not that that can't be sized, but you can also see the size of the ruby just on my finger itself. Don't look at that part of my finger. That's not pretty. Okay. Anyway, here's the bigger part, the bigger ruby, and then just as a size difference, we have the smaller ruby. All right, and this smaller one is missing its price tag. And so I cannot tell you
John threw it.
what it is for now, but I'm going to say that it's less.
It's linked on their website.
It's less than this one. But yes, I think it is on the website, just in case. $78. There we go. I think that's correct. So there you go. If anybody needs these just as they are, as a vintage antique style, beautiful engagement ring. No takers? All right. Well, here they go. So we're going to melt those. But before we melt them, I wanted to show you some of the designs that I was thinking of doing. So I'm going to move this. It's so heavy. Okay. All right. So here are some of my ideas. These are some of the ideas that I've thought of for these pieces. So this top one, I just have, I'd have to add some diamonds to it, but sometimes that's okay. It's just a swirl pendant, swirling around, nice slide on the top, swirling around to either the big or the small diamond or ruby. And I could do that for both of them. I could even make asymmetrical earrings and have those swirl around and have one on one side and one on the other. Let's see here. This one is kind of paying homage to the time period that the ruby comes from. And my thought behind this one was adding a little diamond and adding a little pearl. Let's see here. I think I brought those. I brought those so you can see what they look like. Okay, so yeah, I know sometimes it happens. I need a sticky thing. Got a sticky thing. So let's see here. A little, stay, live there. There you go. Okay. So a little pearl would go over there, and a little diamond. I put a little diamond up there. You can kind of see, oh, you can see the sparkle of the diamond. There we go. Okay. So we've got the little diamond up top there. We've got the pearl. The pearl would have these little leaf shapes coming around it. And then I would put one of the rubies down below. So that is that design idea. And then let's see here, this other design idea. I have this really awesome Baroque freshwater pearl that I could add. I'm going to give you a close-up on this pearl because it's really cool. Okay, so this is a Baroque freshwater pearl. There's the back side, there's the front side. Okay, and so the thought would be, I'm actually gonna do this so it stays up. There we go. Okay, so the thought would be I'd use probably the larger ruby to put up top here, create a little bit of a halo around the outside of the ruby. Maybe add diamonds, maybe not. I'm not sure. But that idea. And then this one down here, incorporating both rubies into the design, small and big. This design also kind of pays homage to the time period that these rubies were originally created. You know, kind of looking at some of the lavalier style pendants that were popular at the time. So we'll have to see. We shall see what happens. In the meantime, we can melt them and get everything ready to make into those things. So we got to remove our tags. We don't need those. All right. This one already has the tag removed. Remove this tag. Okay, now this one has some of this epoxy in it. It has that epoxy or enamel. I'm not sure whether it's epoxy or enamel. I'd have to, you know, test that. But for these purposes, I'm just going to cut that part out and send that part to the refiner. And 2. All right, so we'll send that little part, wherever it is, that little guy. That little guy is going to the refiner, which means the back of my bench for right now. All right, so then we have this. This will go into our, where's our, there it is. There's our melt cup. All right, and then we are going to carefully remove these. And there we go. There's one ruby. And then you go. And ruby number 2. Oh, that one kind of has a cool cut to it. It's like a little, it's got like a rounded belly underneath. It's, I don't know if, it's a little tough to see. But it's rounded on the underside of the ruby. So it has that more traditional gem cut where, well, both of these have the more traditional gem cut rather than how a diamond is faceted today, with more of a straight line. So these are kind of bowed out a little bit, but that makes sense because most gemstones are cut like that. So that's pretty cool. That actually makes a lot of sense as to why it's not an imitation and it is a created ruby. So pretty cool. All right, so let's melt it. And then someday you'll get to see it again. Oh, all right, so let's see here to make sure that we have any of the options for our designs. I'm going to pour into the little bit of a bigger hole because it just gives us more options. All right. There it goes. All that beautiful 10-karat yellow. Nice. All right. Where are you trying to go? There it goes. Okay. And there we are. There's our gold pour. So that is now ready to go to make one of these fun designs. We'll see. We'll see what happens and what these rubies are going to create. All right. So in the meantime for today, I did want to show you one last thing. These are these are almost finished, these earrings. So this is the melted bracelets. Let me put a background behind this. There we go. So these were those melted bracelets and diamond rings. And this is what they turned into, these earrings. So they are now both done, ready to go. I just have to put a final polish on them. So that's exciting. That's pretty cool. We're on our way. So that is all I have for you today. I think next week we are going to be melting this thing. Look at this. It's huge and just huge. Look at that. Okay. So we have a natural amethyst. It's a little bit on the lighter side. Okay. And we have a handmade basket and shank underneath. So this is just kind of like a rope design. And you can see the size of this piece. It is definitely large. It is definitely on the larger size. And for the right person, that might be the right ring. So, you know, on one hand, it's pretty awesome. And on the other hand, it's just too big. But if it's on the right hand, then it's awesome. On my hand, it's too big. Okay, so, and then we also have this pretty cool buckle bracelet. And it's got an interesting closure to it. Open, close. And this bracelet is 14 karat. Originally $1,750. And what is it going to be? Let me see. It's on sale for $700. Okay, so originally $1,750, on sale for only $700. 14 karat onyx on the sides. Pretty cool bracelet. And then this huge amethyst ring, originally $950 for this 14 karat size 9 ring, now on sale for only $380. Awesome deal. I mean, just for the stone itself. The cut is still pretty cool. It's pretty sparkly. Sparklies. All right, so if you're interested in either one of those two pieces, if you're just dying to have one of those, please don't melt it, then send us a message. Go to the website, check them out. I think we have both of these up on the website. We will double check and make absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure that they are. And so you can check them out there. You can check them out on Facebook. You can come into the store. You can send us a message any way that you want. If you just want to show up at the live and say, no, don't melt it, I must have it, then come. You can do that too. That's fine. A little bit of drama. Didn't hurt anybody? I think it did. Probably. Anyway, thank you for joining us today for our live melt. I can't wait to see one of these designs made. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer and King Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keen, yeah, it's fine jewelry.